Hello and good evening, guys. Today it's Monday, September 16th, 2024. For this video today, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking today, but the reason I'm doing this video is because I want to give you guys an update because in the recent days, I've received a message, and I got to be honest, it bothered me because when I read the message, I'm not going to say where I got the message from, but it was basically a message from a viewer asking me, and maybe I read it wrong, or maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but the way I interpreted the message was that it was kind of like a, hey, Rockzilla, where have you been? So I thought that tonight it'd be a good opportunity for me to sit down, make a quick little video, and discuss with you guys a little bit about what's been going on with me in my personal life a little bit. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an idea of where I've been for the past number of months. Cheers. So, you guys basically get to sit and stare at my beer glass while I talk. I'm actually enjoying a beer called Bavaria. And if you like beer, I would highly recommend it. It's a good beer. It's from Holland, from the Netherlands. It's a Dutch beer. Just like Heineken. And if you haven't tried it, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a good beer, at least in my opinion. But anyway, back to the channel. The truth is, guys, for the past number of months, my life has been both hectic and stressful. And I've had a lot of things on my plate. Now, I'm not going to get into what that has been here. Some things are just a little bit too personal for me to want to share on the internet. And I hope you guys understand that. But, yeah, the truth is I have been very overwhelmed with a lot of things in my personal life in the past number of months. Basically since June. Now, up until June, I had a lot of regular stuff in my life that I had to deal with. But June, ever since June, the past few months, I have had a lot to deal with. And I mean a lot. So, with that, I apologize for the complete lack of videos. And to all of you who follow me on or are part of my Discord server, I apologize to you guys for the complete, abrupt, screeching halt to the concepts showcase on my Discord. The complete lack of activity on there. I'm really sorry, guys. I just have not had the time to sit down and do anything regarding YouTube or my Discord. Unfortunately, I've really had to prioritize certain things over my channel and over my Discord. And I hate to do that. I really want to spend more time focusing on this because this is fun to me. It's a hobby. But unfortunately, as of late in recent months, I've just had so much on my plate, guys. It's been insane. It's been very hectic and very, very stressful for me. And when I saw a message that I received recently, basically asking me where I've been, at least that's how I interpreted it, I felt that I needed to sit down and film a quick little video for you guys. And I'm really sorry about the lack of content on here. I really am. But I've been doing my best to try and find time to make videos whenever I can. like like my last video where I discussed my thoughts on the Professional Women's Hockey League, which I think they did a good job in their first season. And I thought it was really good that they actually had a lot of games televised at times where, at least here in Canada, where there were no other hockey games, no NHL games on TV to watch. And that's how they got my attention. And, I thought that the PWHL produced some very good hockey. And I thought it was actually really nice to see some professional women's hockey for a change. And, I'm also really happy for the women's hockey in regards to having their own professional league to play in. I think they deserve it. I think the ladies deserve it. And I do hope that the PWHL becomes a success. And even recently, we've now actually had them unveil names for their 6 franchises in Minnesota, New York, Boston, Ottawa, Toronto, and Montreal. Now, the one name that really pissed me off was the Ottawa Charge. You had the perfect opportunity, Ottawa, to name your team after the Ottawa Alerts from over a century ago. There was a women's hockey team in Ottawa called the Ottawa Alerts. And you could have honored Ottawa's women's hockey history by naming your PWHL team the Ottawa Alerts. But instead you gave them a lousy name in the Ottawa Charge. What the hell were they thinking? They completely pissed away a wonderful, super rare opportunity to embrace your hockey heritage in Ottawa. And it's not very often that a city gets awarded a professional hockey team, whether it's an NHL team or a professional women's hockey league team or any other league for that matter, where they could actually create a team and name that team based on a previous team that's historic to the city that's just been granted a franchise in another league. What I mean is, like, for example, the Ottawa Senators. When Ottawa got an expansion franchise for the 92-93 season, they named their team the Ottawa Senators and took advantage of the hockey history of Ottawa, with naming them in honor of the original Ottawa Senators. The Silver Seven, I believe, was that was an iconic part of their franchise, if I'm not mistaken, the original Ottawa Senators. But yeah, there was the original Ottawa Senators of the 1910s. They named their team after them. They embraced their city's hockey history. And Ottawa had an incredible opportunity to name their professional women's hockey league team after an historic women's hockey team. And instead of naming them the Ottawa Alerts, which would be a completely unique name, they went with Ottawa Charge. You have got to be kidding me. That really pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. The PWHL Ottawa team was handed on a silver platter, pun intended, an opportunity to embrace women's hockey history in Ottawa. and they crapped the bed. I mean, that really pissed me off. I'm sorry. Sorry for the rant, but I got to get it off my chest. That pissed me off. Ottawa Charge, when you could have called your team the Ottawa Alerts. Get out of here. Jesus. It's not often I get pissed off over the name of a hockey team, but that really pissed me off. Why? Because it was such a wonderful opportunity to embrace some professional women's hockey history. I mean, how often do you ever hear about historic women's hockey teams? Seriously. We've heard about over the years, I mean, there's so many historic men's teams. We finally have a women's professional hockey league that actually has the potential to be around permanently for the long term. They have an historic women's team in Ottawa, the Ottawa Alerts, and they didn't name their team after them. I'm sorry, but that really pissed me off. Now, the Minnesota Frost, I actually think that's an alright name. The Boston Fleet, I think that's a stupid name. The Toronto Scepters, it's okay. The Montreal Victoire, I love their logo. I'm okay with their name. I think their name's actually not bad. So Montreal Victoire, Toronto Scepters, meh. Boston Fleet, I think it's stupid. Minnesota Frost, I think it's actually not a bad name. They could have gone with a better choice, in my opinion, but Minnesota Frost isn't terrible. And then the New York Sirens, I'm not a fan of that name at all. I think that name's really stupid. And then the Ottawa Charge, why? Just why? I'm not going to go into any further reasoning on that because I've just ranted about it for a number of minutes now. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of a follow-up to my last video. But yeah, guys, I'm really sorry. I just have had so much going on in my personal life in recent months that I just haven't had time to make YouTube videos. And after I saw that comment, that message from someone who I've followed and who has followed me for quite a while, it bothered me. And I felt bad that, I haven't given you guys any updates at all. So I felt that the least I could do is sit down tonight and give you guys a bit of an update on me. I will try to get more videos made. But right now, you're probably not going to get another video from me for a while. At least until October. But I hope that by making this little video today, that at least it's enough of an update video to suffice and give you guys a little bit of a, hey, Rockzilla's still around. He isn't going anywhere. He's just had a lot on his plate. And I will do my best to make more videos, but I'm sorry, guys. I just haven't had the time in recent months. I really haven't. I'm not lying. I'm being honest. But anyways, how do you guys feel about the Professional Women's Hockey League team names? I mean, I'm okay with the Toronto Scepters. It's not my favorite name. I can live with it. The Minnesota Frost, I can live with it. The Montreal Victoire, I think, is a cool name. And I really like the logo. The New York Sirens, I think, is a stupid name. The Boston Fleet, to me, is also a stupid name. I don't like either of those choices. But as for the Ottawa Charge, it's not stupid. It's worse. It's infuriating. Because I feel that they pissed away such a wonderful and rare opportunity to embrace women's hockey history with an historic team name. They had the chance to call themselves the Ottawa Alerts. I highly doubt they would have had a copyright or trademark issue with that name. I highly doubt it. I'd be shocked if they had an issue getting a trademark for that name. I'm just so disappointed. I am so disappointed with that name. You have no idea. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the names down below. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap at this point. I was going to make this video shorter than this, but I wanted to rant about the Ottawa Charge not going with Ottawa Alerts as their name. To me, that's complete, utter bull crap. See? I did censor myself there. So, I try my best not to swear on YouTube. I don't want to do that. When I make my videos, I try to make them as audience friendly as possible. But I'm not always perfect. I try my best not to, but at least there I censored myself, so I'm proud of that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap for now. I just wanted to make sure that I at least made a video, because that message, I felt really bad when I saw that. It was kind of like a, hey, Roxilla, where have you been? Where are you? And, you know, that bugs me. I wish I could make videos and Discord content more consistently, but I just haven't had the time. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do my best to make more content soon, but I just want to make sure I also say this. I can't guarantee it, especially for the time being. But anyways, guys, until my next video, take care. And as always, bye for now. And last but not least, cheers.